Hi everyone, welcome to our virtual event, our virtual PG Cafe event. Today we'll be talking about student life here at Newcastle. My name's Yusa, I'm a postgraduate graduate ambassador. I studied international politics and I graduated last year. With me today I've got some current students who introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, I'm Praful Lepese. I'm from India. I'm third year PhD student at Marine Technology.
Hello everyone, my name's Callum. I'm from down the road in Darlington. I'm a second year part-time postgraduate politics student.
Hi, my name's Hannah and I'm from Lancashire in the northwest of England, and I'm studying a top masters in creative writing.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm from Colombia, Latin America, and I'm in my first and only year doing my masters in law.
Cool. So the way the event's going to go, after this introduction we'll have a short video and then we'll have a little discussion between ourselves and then the video, and then we'll begin the question and answer segment. So for the Q&A at the end, feel free to ask some questions. If you're watching on YouTube, use the comment section below this video to ask your questions and we'll answer them. If you're watching on the PG Cafe site, you will have to create a Discuss account just on underneath the video on the event page, and you can ask your questions in the comments there, and the video will start now.
I've never been out of India before. It was my first time out of India. I like the look of the city and the university. The university is very old. It has ancient, good looks, but you get all the facilities here. Employers always take into consideration from which university you've done your master's or bachelor's. If I've done my post-graduation from a very good university, it makes a difference. The amount of knowledge that I have gained here, it's very satisfying. I have friends from South America, from Greece, from Spain, from Russia. It's a really rich mix of people from different nations. It's very nice. You feel like a part of community.
Newcastle is like relaxed. It's just calm, which makes living here great. I like art, so I take my time to look at the buildings, the structure of the buildings. If you're someone who likes nature like me, you end up looking at all the flowers and all the beautiful sceneries and then be late for class. The education I've received at Newcastle University opens up how you think and how you face issues. It kind of opens up your mind.
Once I'd made the decision, I instantly knew it was the right decision. I've had so much fun so far, I've learned so much. I think the most important thing is the relationship with staff and other research members. There's this culture of helping each other out. The amount of support that's available and the resources available here are great. I think Newcastle is a diverse and welcoming place.
I love eating, and Newcastle has so many eating joints here, and it's multicultural in true sense.
Living in Finham is like living in a part of London. Vibrant, multicultural, everybody from different backgrounds. There are a lot of shops, a lot of African shops, and then it's safe as well.
So I've been cycling here for 4 years now. I think it's a great city to cycle in. It only takes me 15 minutes to get into university. If you enjoy a bit more wild cycling with Jesmond Dean, you can cycle relatively easily as well out to the coast.
Tynemouth is my all-time favorite because it's just 10 minutes by metro from my place. Sea gives me kind of peace of mind whenever I go there. I'm sure I made the right choice because I got a job here as well. And getting a job with Siemens, it's like a dream. It's a very important step of my life.
This educational system here makes me more employable, so putting Newcastle University on my CV is like, that's the guy who went to Newcastle University.
I could easily see myself staying in Newcastle, getting to work with my supervisor who is so well respected in the field. I couldn't have asked for a better start to an academic career.
I think 1 year is very short. I wanted more time here.
I love Newcastle.
Okay, so that was a very well-rounded video about Newcastle University and the city. Could I ask some of you guys to describe how your year has been at Newcastle so far?
Oh, yes. So last year it was very cold and windy, which is typical Newcastle, especially for me from hot country. But otherwise that, okay, for in my research, it was my second year, so it was good. And also I'm trying to start my own business here after my completing my PhD, and Newcastle University is helping me a lot with that. So yes, it was good.
The last year has been good for me as well, thanks Jason, yeah. I've had my dissertation to be thinking about, and I've just had a few more essays to round off, because obviously I'm part-time studying, working around work. But it's been challenging but very fun, and I've learned a lot and I've had a few good times here as well, so all good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I don't want it to end yet. I feel like I've learnt loads. I've made really good friends on the postgraduate course, as well as the friends I already had from Newcastle from studying here in undergraduate. I've just had a really good time, and it's been a really good time of dedicating like a good amount of time to my passion. It's been good.
Well, my year has been like a mixture of things. On one side, it has been very challenging. I have, for example, this semester I have 7 modules, so yeah, I have been studying quite hard. But it is challenging, but also very rewarding. And on the other side, it has been very, very fun, very enjoyable. I have got to meet a lot of people from all over the world. I have traveled plenty of times to different places, and it has been very, very fun also.
Cool. Okay. So now we'll just watch another video which will focus a bit more on the campus.
Another one of the places which I commonly go to on campus is the Students' Union building. It's located kind of in the middle of campus, basically. I particularly like that there's a Domino's in there, because I really like Domino's pizza. There's also a Subway. But on the top floor is a nice large study space. It's got booths which are soundproofed. I quite like generally just going there maybe to get a bit of work done.
Student Union each year release a booklet which is called Give It a Go. This book has all the activities for the entire year. You can find their tours, sport activities, dancing, art or social activities. Once I had an issue, and they have some advice center, and if you go there, they really help to sort out the problem. They have a lot of computer facilities, so you can work there as well.
There's a nice large study space with a Starbucks at a slightly discounted price. There's also the men's bar. Maybe if you're like meeting up with some friends more maybe later on in the day, you can get a drink. There's also a shop which sells all the university merchandise like the hoodies. It also sells drinks, chocolate. It's really got everything you need all in one place, which definitely makes your life easier as a student.
There's a really great place that I like to meet friends, which is just on the corner of campus. It's a little tea house called Quilliam Brothers, where you can get lots of different teas, and they do a lot of food and they do snacks, and it's generally just a really great place to hang out and have a catch up and relax and chat with your friends. It's always really busy, it's really popular, they've got a good location, but it's got a really nice atmosphere. It's got like a really cool aesthetic. Of course, there's lots of different places that you can get food on campus, but if you want to take your time a bit and actually have a chance to chat with your friends and get some more high quality food, Quilliam Brothers is a really nice place to go. All of their sandwiches are done in stotties, and they have lots of different interesting fillings, and then they also give you a really nice salad. The food is a real draw there, definitely. Possibly the only downside is it can take a while to find a table because it's so popular.
The Marjorie Robinson Library is one of our newest facilities that has been created on campus. It's somewhere that I particularly enjoyed working because it's a lot newer, which can be nice. There's a lot of computers, a lot of desk spaces. There are some working areas where you can sit in a group, which can be good for revision if you want to sit like with your friends and discuss the work you're doing. There's also printing facilities, which is helpful. I think it's pretty important for the university to offer its students a lot of good study spaces, because a lot of people do like live out in halls or other university accommodation, and those aren't always the ideal environments for people to get work done in. It's good that you can like spend some time in the day so that you can kind of have your free time later on when you go home. I would definitely recommend the Marjorie Robinson as a place to study.
So hopefully that provided a little bit of insight on some of the facilities on campus and some of the venues around campus as well. Quite appropriate that we ended on the library, because it is actually exam season at the minute for most students. How are you guys finding it? Got many exams?
Yes, well, as I said before, I have 7 modules this semester. So I had 2 essays that they were due for yesterday. So yes, I have finally done them and hand them in. And I have 5 exams left. So I have been revising, and it has been hard, challenging, but that's the whole idea of coming here. So yeah, I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
How about you, Hannah?
Yeah, I'm really grateful I don't have any exams on my course. It's just all off assignments and dissertations, so I have 3 big assignments due on the 5th of June, so I'm just working hard on those at the moment, but I've been working on them for a while, so I feel okay about them at the moment.
Prepared. How about you, Callum? Exams?
No. There's no exams on the politics course, but I have 1 last essay, because obviously me being part-time, full-time students have 3. I just have the 4,000 word one with the 23rd of this month, and then over the summer I write a dissertation which is 12,000 words long. So it'll be challenging, but that's the entire reason I'm here. And again, it's a subject I'm interested in, so it's good.
Cool. How about you, Mafula? You don't have exams, do you?
No, actually, because as a PA student, we don't have any exams. But we have annual promotion review, which is every year in May. So this month end, I'm going to have my APR. It's basically we have to submit our report. We have to justify what we did for last year and what we are going to do next year. And also we have to deliver one presentation and go through an interview. So basically it's that. That's it.
And you're in your final year of your research part of your PhD, is that right?
Oh yes, yes. I'm in my 3rd year, so basically at this end of this year, I'm going to finish my research, and I hopefully start my writing my thesis and submit my thesis in next year, which is 4th year, and yeah, I will graduate.
Exciting. Okay, so now we'll start our question and answer segment. We've had some questions, see from the viewers. First question, what kind of non-academic activities can you do as a postgraduate student here?
Yeah, there's absolutely loads to get into at Newcastle. So in the city itself, we've got amazing theatre, we've got all the big shows that come to Theatre Royal, and then for new work from new writers, that's on at Live Theatre and Alphabetti Theatre, which if you're interested in writing like me, that's really good. There's lots of ways to get into the business. But there's like literally loads to do in Newcastle. Like I think it has this reputation for being a place where there's like a big drinking culture, but actually if you don't drink or are not into that, there's a lot more to do. So I've done escape rooms, karaoke, dog and cat cafes, like literally anything. And as it said in the video before, the beach is really close by. You can just get the metro there. There's the quayside. There's a lot to do. Yeah.
Well, anyone else anything exciting?
As well as that, well, Newcastle's very well connected for national and international travel. Like, we've got very, very good rail connections. It's very easy to get out to the countryside as well. And then also as well, we have an international airport here, so yeah.
Good
so
for travel.
that. And there's lots of stuff to do in the city as well. Even though, well, I don't live in Newcastle, but there's still, when I pop up, there's plenty of things to do, plenty of things to see. So yeah.
Well, I think the university offers mainly 2 things. On one side, they have the societies, and in the other, they have the sports club. So with the societies, they are like groups of people that they have a common interest. So for example, I joined the Latin American Society, so I get to meet plenty of people of Latin America, speak a little bit of Spanish, that is something that I missed. We have been in plenty of Latin American parties, we eat Latin American food, we watch Latin American movies, so it is quite fun. And in the other side, we have also the sports clubs. So there are many sports. In Colombia, I used to swim, but in here I wanted to try something very different. So I started with the kickboxing classes, and I joined the club. And yeah, it is quite nice. So I think it is plenty of things to do.
So basically, Students Union here, they offer two schemes. One of them is Go Volunteer. So I like outdoors. So I joined one volunteer team, which is because Newcastle University has their own farm. So we went to on every Saturday you go to a farm and you do farming. So I enjoyed that one. And then there's another one where you can go to a school and teach some children about maths and also some other languages. I also enjoyed that one. And there's another scheme which is called Give It a Go. So just like Daniel said, we have lots of like more than 200 societies and sports club. So Give It a Go give you one chance, or you can try any activity. If you like it, you can continue it, or if you don't like it, just try another one. So for me, I did like horse riding, I did golf, I did kickboxing also. Then I also learned ice skating. And also, actually, I like to travel. So I went to York. I also went to Edinburgh, and it's because it's I think subsidized by Students Union. So it's like very fair and cheap prices. We can go and travel. So that's so good.
Okay. So another question. What are university halls like at postgraduate level? Has anybody lived in halls? Lived in halls? Yeah.
Yes. So basically, okay, myself, I was late, and that's why I started my PhD in January, rather than other people. And it was so rush time, so I couldn't find private accommodation. And Newcastle University has a policy that first year is guaranteed accommodation. So they offered me an accommodation which is called Henderson Hall, which is one of the oldest hall. It's a little bit outside the city, but it was good. It has like big rooms, big big park. So we have like 3 parks, and basically which I got a flat which has like it was like 3-story. So every story on the ground floor we had 2 kitchens, and on every floor we used to live. So we were like 6 peer students from 6 different countries. So that was very good. And Henderson is like only postgrad students, so no undergrad students allowed. So like you have like likely-minded people, everyone know about how difficult you have your research. So it was very good, especially. So we we'll party hard, we study hard. It's both balanced. Yeah, it was good, really.
Cool. Okay. And are there any networking opportunities as a student? Has anybody been to any conferences or had opportunities?
Lots and lots of opportunities, yeah. Even things that you get emailed around from course lecturers and administrators who keep everyone in the postgraduate scheme linked in. I know for politics, every Wednesday there's a lecture series on, so different academics from around the world basically come and talk about contemporary political issues that staff and research students usually attend, but all postgraduate students are invited to, and there's free lunch there as well, so that's good. And then there's lots of public lectures too, so I've recently gone to one where Gordon Brown, the ex-Prime Minister, came along for a book signing, and he talked about kind of his tenure. That was very interesting too, so lots of things.
Yeah, I've had a lot of really good experiences with volunteering and placements and things. So the Live Theatre, which I mentioned before, have a creative writing centre for children. So I've been a volunteer writing mentor there for the past year or so, which has been really good. And I also had a paid internship through the university at 7 Stories, which is the National Centre for Children's Literature, and it's based in Newcastle. And I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. I worked with the archive, I worked with people, so it was a whole range of things. And it was good because I got paid. I got £1,000 for doing it for 4 weeks. But it was also really good because I built up the connection and the relationship there, and I'm still in touch with people there. And they email me about job opportunities that are coming up and things like that. So it was well worth it.
Okay, cool. So on a similar note, someone's asked, can you work and study at the same time? So all of you guys are student ambassadors, so you do work. Anybody else do any kind of different jobs or experience?
Yes, for me. Actually, when I before starting my PhD, I used to work. I used to work for government of India and several government in Africa and Asian countries. But when I came here, I wanted to focus on my study. And that time, my supervisor he told me that if you are in UK, you should start. You should also get some experience or work experience. You should learn the British work culture. So I started working, and I enjoyed a lot. So currently, I'm also working for Newcastle University, and also work in Sunderland as a mathematics and statistics lecturer. Plus, I do some. I work with a charity organization, which enables low-income family students to help them with their STEM subjects. So yeah, it's good, I guess. It's up to you how you manage your time, because as intern students, for our visa allows us only to work 20 hours maximum per week. But yeah, you can do it, definitely.
Callum, you're studying part-time, so you can
Yeah,
work,
so I've kept working while studying, just so I'm doing a bit of both basically. But that's the beauty of the course, it's nice and flexible. And my employer knows I'm studying MA, and my lecturer and personal tutor, they know that I'm working as well, so it's very flexible, can work around it, so yeah.
Oh.
As international students, we can work up to 20 hours. And I think that it's a lot. I mean, I prefer to enjoy a bit because I was working in Colombia before coming here. So, well, you actually need the money, but you also want to enjoy your time and have some free time. For example, I have been doing a lot of traveling. I have been in 13 countries in this month. So yes, but it is good to have the opportunity. The 20 hours, I think they are more than enough, and yeah, you get emails about different job offers, and for example, working here with the university, it is very flexible and the money is good, so I think everyone can work.
Oh, okay. So another question: what was the welcome week like for anybody that attends any of the events at the start of the year?
Fun. Yeah.
Yes, well, I joined the Freshers Week, and I also was in the International Welcome Week. I wasn't in the early arrivals, that it was like some events they had like a week before everything. I wish I had, because I know a lot of people who met plenty of people there, but I think all of those activities are like a really good way of start meeting people and get to know the people you are going to study with, and people from all over the world that studies completely different fields. So yeah, it was very, very good, and I definitely recommend to go to them.
To add to what Daniel said as well, not only do you have sort of a social welcome week that the university organises, your course usually organises things as well. So as postgraduate students, arguably there's even more things to get involved in. So just because you're postgraduate doesn't mean that you can't do anything socially. You can still have time to go to Freshers Fair, to do fun activities. Don't be scared to do something, really, because it's a time when you're new to the city, or you're new to your postgraduate course, so you can go and study and have fun as well.
Cool. Okay, and just for those that don't know, we do actually have a London campus, and I know some of you that registered for the event were interested in courses at the campus there. Just some information about the campus. It is in Liverpool Street, and the actual campus is located 2 minutes away from the station. It's right next to Shoreditch, which is quite a lively area, and also right next to the business district, so you're sort of right in the heart of everything. Industry immersion is a big part of the offering at the London campus, so some of our partners include Santander, NatWest, GP Strategies and Royal London. And also the learning environment there is very close-knit and supportive. And they do actually have some upcoming events and more information on other pages. So I'll leave all the links for that in the description box underneath the video as well. And we have one question. So somebody's asked about accommodation and whether you can ask for same gender or vegetarian options. Anybody have experience of accommodation?
Yeah, so I have a really severe allergy, and so when I was placed in accommodation, I let them know about that, and they were really supportive, and they organised for me to have my own fridge in my room to keep my food separate and things like that. But yeah, I also had some friends who were in an all-girl flat. Just they didn't even have to give a reason why you want, like, it could be many reasons why you want to be in a single gender flat. But yeah, they just put that in there and it was taken into consideration. And as well, like, if you're placed into accommodation that you're not 100% satisfied with, like, there are ways of changing. Like, you can speak to the accommodation services, or I managed to change quite late on, just before we came. I found out where I was placed, and I knew it had this is for undergraduate, it had quite a party reputation, and it just wasn't for me. So I managed to find like a Facebook swap group, and I swapped with somebody who really wanted to be there. So
there's a lot of flexibility, and people can choose what they're interested in. Okay, well, we've come to the end of the event. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have any more questions, please feel free to continue asking. We will answer them even after the event. Again, use the comment section below the video, both on the YouTube page and on the PG Cafe website. Links to the video shown earlier will be in the description box. Both Hannah and Daniel here have student profiles, which are on the Postgraduate Cafe site. So if you want to learn more about them and their courses and their experience, again, the link is down in the description box. And if you're on campus, we have a physical event, which is on the 16th of May, a Wednesday. So again, information for that will be in the link below, and how to register and everything. So thank you very much for watching.